Good morning, everybody. Kind of wait to see who all can hop on. I tried a little bit ago to get on and I messed something up, so I had to stop. But yeah, I'm finally back on after, I guess it's only been about a day and a half maybe since I was on, but yeah. So, hopefully. Hello, Samantha, how are you? And hopefully, I won't have too much lag today. And so far, so good on being on here. And oh, my hair, as always, all over the place. But you know, it is what it is. So, good morning, Lenora. So far, so good. I heard Sam up at, I think, 3 o'clock this morning, still working on stuff. So, he left everything out for me. So, here I am. Here I am. I am just a little bit tired too. A little bit tired. Oh, goodness. But I have made good progress. I have made lots of progress. So that is good. Um, because I think I'm going to have a lot of lag today. I think I am. Because that has been an issue too. And once again, the weather is crap. It is crap. So, so we'll see as far as lag goes. I don't know. I'm just happy and excited that I'm even able to get on here right now. So, can you people come up with anything better? I mean, seriously, yeah, I'm a grandma, so what? I don't need to be reminded. And I'm proud of it. I have 2 grandbabies and 2 bonus, so yay! Good morning. So, anyway, I've made progress. I had an order for a cat, and I did buy the pattern, which I will link it in my description. I don't have it in the description yet, but I will. A complaint? So, anyway, Corsica. Okay, welcome from Corsica. This little cat pattern, I don't have her little head on yet, and I don't have her face sewn yet or done. Adorable. Adorable. Super easy. No cursing, please. No cursing. First warning. No cursing. So, yeah, I think it's really cute. pretty cute. So it's for an order, and then her little tail, I need to get that sewed on. It's okay, just first warning, so yeah. But if you meant compliment, yes. I understand and I get it, but it gets said way too much, so it's just kind of old after a while, sorry. So I apologize. So yeah, super cute, super cute. So I got this to piece together, so I have it done. The chicken that they wanted, they decided to not go with the Rhode Island Red because I already had some other chickens. And um, you have a great day too. No problem. Happy Thanksgiving. Um, but I had a black and white and gray chicken, multicolored, already done. So, do you make the nose out of yarn or the nose for this? I'll actually embroidery. I won't use like a plastic or anything. Um, but anyway, they picked that chicken instead, so I have that done. I have the cat to sew together, finish up her little face, and that'll be done. And then, okay, my dinosaur's coming along. My dinosaur's coming along. I don't have his little thingy on yet, but I've got this much done where I've got his face, and he'll gradually start to look like if I can get his eyes right. So he's coming along. I mean, he's not stitched together yet, but you know, you get an idea of what it's going to be. Triceratops, is that what it is? So I've got his little ruffle thing, and I'll get it on there better. Like I said, it's not attached yet. And I've got his body done and his horns done and one leg. So I'll have some other legs yet. November, January 3rd, light up the whole city. So yeah, I'm coming along on my stuff. It's stuff that I want to have done by Market because she's a fellow crafter. She's not a crocheter or anything, but so I want to be able to drop off stuff to her. So I know, right, Lenora? I mean, I've been down. I've been down. But, you know, I've also had a ton of life in there too of getting stuff done and um, had an eye appointment and been trying to keep the house up and do all that kind of stuff and whatever. And today, after I get off, I'm going to have to go and pick up stuff that I wasn't thinking about yesterday because my plans got totally thrown off yesterday on what the rest of my day was going to be as far as getting stuff picked up and done and whatever. So yeah, I'll be cooking for the rest of the day after this. So I'm on for right now to work on a few things. I'm probably not going to work on the dinosaur while I'm online because I have to concentrate too much on it, it seems. But one thing that I did find that I really think is cute, which I ran out of stuffing, so I can't work on it right now either. Um, I have a new snowman pattern that I found. I'm going to link her in the description too. It's a new one that she just released, I think it was yesterday. But I'll put it in the description later after I get off. Um, I've already done basically the bottom part and filled like a little plastic snack bag with some beans to weight it down a little bit. And then, yeah, as I stuff it, then it'll get more round and separated, like, or whatever. Because originally I was going to do kind of like my pumpkin pattern, my individual pumpkins, and sew them together. But when she came out with this, it was like, it's really cute. It is really cute, and I like the way she did it. Super simple. It's not gonna, I mean, I barely have any time in this at all. So I need to get more stuffing today to put in her and my other things. So after the last few days, I hope the universe gets its actual together. Yes, I agree with you, Lenora. I do. That's a good way to put it. So, you know, and everything is workable and doable. It's just, you know, putting a little and the plan and it, so, Oh, welcome from North Korea. So, anyway, guess what I'm going to work on? My poncho. Uh, the ever, the ever growing, I need a break on other stuff. So this is what I do when I need a break on other stuff. So we're going to work on the poncho. And actually, I'm getting close to being done with it. So, so, uh, I'm not the channel for you, so you may want to go somewhere else. I mean, you're welcome to stay as long as you're kind and respectful and, but I'm not the channel for you. Sorry. So, how's everybody doing today? Otherwise, the weather here is not the greatest. It looks like the sun's kind of trying to come out, but and we maybe could get some snow, but I don't know if it'll exactly hit us or not because the closest to us is about, of what they're saying on the news, the local news, is about 30 to 45 minutes maybe away, but that doesn't ever mean anything. So, because I live right along kind of that line, that interstate line where you never know. You never know what you're going to get. So, what, Luke? No, you can't go in with brother. He has his door shut. Uh, okay. I wasn't, I was talking to you, and so that's your second warning. I didn't mention him at all, so don't be putting words in my mouth. So, see ya. I'm working on octopus because I got too many running around. Granddaughter is working on her dragon, and my daughter is working on a Pokemon. Progress, progress, that's good. Lenora. So. And today is just going to be one of those days, I think, because there's going to be a certain amount of people off, and, it's going to be what it is. I am actually working on a poncho right now. It's my go-to in between um, from working on my other things I was showing earlier. Because I'd been working on, oh, well, my head's clear there, on a cat order, which I pretty well got all the way done, and then a triceratops. So I'm taking a break from them right now. Yes, this is the panel, one of the panels. It's backwards right now. I'll turn it around. With the granny squares at the bottom. It's one of the panels. It's a second panel. I just have it to finish and then I can start putting it together. I just want to try to get it done in time for me. It's a wearable. It's a poncho. It's a poncho. So it'll attach up here, and it's an oversized poncho to wear. I'm actually making it for me to wear during Christmas time. So I don't give out my city, sorry. Oh, we're already in it. Already done started all the cold stuff. Yeah, it's going to be in the 30s and the 20s here. And possible snow this evening, wintry mix. So we'll see. We may not get too much here where I'm at. But still going to be pretty cold. Pretty cold. I'm ready for the cold weather though. I love summertime, but I don't like the humidity where I'm at. Here it is, 5 degrees, goes down to -10. Yep. We'll probably get that sometime in January, February, but not right now. So, yep, that's pretty cold. Yeah, you might want to. Lenora, I don't know. I don't know how far south it's going to go, but you know. Well, welcome from Pakistan. Yeah, I'm at Lenora. I'm kind of at the break off point of kind of where some of it's going to be hitting us. But again, that doesn't mean anything because we could get just as much or more sometimes. You just never know. Where I'm at, you never know. Well, I don't really know what you mean by that. Oh, like literal like places like that. No, I have not that I can recollect, and I do not plan on it. And yes, you may just get rain because the vast majority of what we're supposed to kind of get, I think, is rain, but we're right on that border, kind of. So, because kind of the furthest away from us is within about 30, 45 minutes, something like that. So we're just kind of on the edge. No, I'm not into that at all. No, I'm not really looking forward to getting out in this weather today either, but I'm gonna have to. I don't have a choice. And if everything would have panned out for yesterday, I would have got it done yesterday, but it didn't, and that's okay. So, and I don't have a ton of things that I'm gonna make. I am gonna make gluten-free noodles. I have a recipe that I make them from cassava, and they actually the ground up cassava flour type stuff, and they turn out really really good. I mean, even Whitney and Sam eat them, and they like them. And I just cook them in chicken bone broth, and yeah, they're yummy. Because I have to make stuff that us people that I told my mom I was like for us special people. So I'm making those, and I'm gonna make some coleslaw, I think, and some kind of a broccoli something. Don't know for sure what I'm gonna do with it, or just do it plain because we love broccoli. And because me, Whitney, my brother, my sister-in-law, four of us at least for sure, are on more strict, meaningfully focused, whatever you want to call it, eating habits right now. So, happy Thanksgiving Eve to you too, Frenchie. How are you doing? I'm so glad to see you. Thumbs up is always good. I am doing very well. Thank you, Frenchie. Um, we've had technical difficulties over here for the last good chunk of 24 to 48 hours ish span, I guess. I'm losing track of time. So, I think we're back. Um, I know Sam was possibly still having some issues with some of his stuff, but I don't know for sure. He may have got it all figured out. So yeah. And so far I'm staying online and I'm not getting all jumbled up. And part of my problem the other day was my phone as part of my technical issues. And then it became more than that. So it's been fun. But Sam, for the most part, he's really good about keeping focus. So, and um, doesn't really get too worked up about anything. So, yep, we're getting a good dose of them today, Frenchie. And I'm taking care of them as they come along. Everybody does, Frenchie. It's not just me. It's whoever gets on here that's on lives, and I mean, it just is as part of it. You know, they don't have anything else better to do, and they're the ones seeking attention and all that kind of good stuff. You know, I mean, and it's it is what it is. And I hate that saying, but so yeah, I hate it more for my guests. I still feel that same way. I mean, I can take care of me and take care of them and whatever, as far as getting them off and stuff like that, getting them off the channel, off the live. Um, but my guests shouldn't have to deal with reading some of the stuff they put on here, and it's my husband and I for Thanksgiving. Are you having a large Thanksgiving? I will for our Thanksgiving. I will be at my parents' house, and um, I'll have cousins nieces, nephews, siblings. So yeah, we'll have a pretty big crowd. Pretty big crowd. Thank you. I hope you have a nice day too, David. I appreciate that. Happy Thanksgiving. So yeah, we'll have several people. I'll only Sam will be down. As far as I know, my other son and his family will not, but they will be here for, I think, Christmas Day and spend the night that night because we'll be at my parents' again during that day and evening. So we'll get to have our Christmas on Christmas Day night with them, which is fine with me. Even if they came in January for Christmas, I wouldn't care as long as I got to spend time with them. So I know how it can be jostling around everything. And so that's one thing I said that I would never do. I'm not going to be that person that I'm going to stress out my kids over demanding that they need to be one place or the other or whatever. You know, they're already trying to deal with, you know, family and keeping everybody alive. and and the stresses of daily, you know, they don't need that from me. You know, but I do get it that people want to be together and they want to, you know, I get it. But you know, it's so hard and time is so short, you know? And I know I've always been just, I mean, with my family, it's always been much easier to deal with. My mom and dad were the same way with us. You know, it was like when you can make it, you can make it. If we have to make another day to do it, you know, it's about being together. And but then on my husband's side, it was a little more difficult sometimes in the beginning, in the very beginning. But then it got better. So it wasn't as hard. You know, some people had to learn to share. We're hoping for some snow. We're still new to the snow and love it. Oh yeah, there's possibility of us getting snow today too. So, and as you can see, I don't have my contacts in. I went for contacts again, but I don't have them in this morning. So, have to look around to read because I don't want to try to read on here anymore. But yes, families can be stressful sometimes, and it's not even like, you know, there's sometimes they're not even trying to intentionally be. And yes, back to the comment about skipping Thanksgiving, going straight to Christmas. Yeah, that can happen sometimes. It seems like the closer Thanksgiving gets, then people are just more in the Christmas, and it seems to be more and more every year. This year I don't have near the Christmas put up or anything because usually I do it during first deer season, which was last weekend. That used to be always my go-to for putting all my Christmas up was that first deer season. Well, actually, I've been doing it much sooner than that and preparing even in September, not putting anything up yet, but getting like my crafts. If there's anything that I wanted to DIY or get ready or make or whatever to add to my decor. But usually by the 1st of November is whenever I usually get everything put up now. But not this year. Not this year. And not last year. Last year, all I did was put up our tree because I knew Everly was coming, and yesterday was her birthday. So, with Everly coming last year, I was just like, no, putting up the tree, that's it. That's all I cared about, was as long as I had the tree up. So, yeah, I can. And really, I mean, like last year, I knew that, well, I really thought that they would not be here at all for holiday with Everly being born on the 26th of November. So I just really didn't think they'd be here for Christmas. So I didn't decorate and just put up the tree. That's all I did. Literally all I did. And then they surprised me on Christmas Day night. I about lost it. I mean, well, I did. I started bawling my eyes out. I bawl over everything. I cry over. I'm sentimental. I'm a sap for that. So it was all good stuff, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't have anything ready at home. What am I gonna do? Which it was fine. Everything in the basement was fine, cleaned up, ready for them. Because after they leave, I usually get everything together. Right now, it's not that way. Everything ready for whenever they come again. Then so then it's good and ready for them. So it was fine, but this year, don't have a tree up yet. I do have my garland and stuff on my fireplace. I got that done. And I have a few other things, like my wreaths and stuff like that put up. But yeah, I don't have anything else done yet. So, this weekend, after tomorrow, after Thanksgiving, starting on Friday, and over the weekend, that's when I'm gonna get the tree up and decorate, knowing that they're gonna be here this year. Get everything done up down in the basement, get that all straightened up and cleaned up and everything because we were doing work down there too. And that's where my brother was down there trying to do electrical work and everything. So he left everything kind of the way it was so I could go down and clean, which was good because that's what I wanted. And then we had that whole catastrophe with the whole plumbing thing, which got cleaned up and is taken care of. But now I need to go down and just do some extra cleaning, dusting, make sure the bedding is good, get the furniture moved back, all that kind of stuff, which won't take that long, but it'll still take a good chunk of my day. So I want to get the upstairs decorated first over the weekend, and then I can go down in the basement and get the rest of it done down there. And make sure that I have it toddler proofed because she's hobbling around. She's walking. She's walking. So, no, we don't really, since we don't have any kids that are of age and our grandkids are 3 hours away, we don't really do anything with Halloween. So, didn't even turn our light on or do anything like that, but we hardly have any kids. All of the kids that were around us were our kids' age, and they've all moved away, and like their kids, even the grandchildren of them, like ours, they're all away. So no, we didn't do anything for Halloween this year. Did you happen to get a lot, or did you participate, Frenchie? There we go again. Sentimental. I'm sure people would keep them for decades and hand them down to their kids. We didn't get any kids on Halloween because we live in the country. Yeah, we do too, but still, if people, they'll still drive out and stuff. If there's kids around, and that's another thing that it is. If there's no other kids or grandkids or anything like that in the area, then yeah, they're not as prone to come where I'm at either. I'm in the middle of nowhere, so And in the middle of nowhere still. I mean, I can drive about 20 to 30 minutes from where I'm at, you know, to like get groceries and things like that or whatever. And it's not, I mean, it's so rural and our traffic is not an issue. So when I say 20 to 30 minutes, it's that. It's 20 to 30 minutes. So 20 to 30 miles ish, you know, type. Because it's so funny going north, you know, whenever I talk about, you know, 20, 30 minutes. Well, 20, 30 minutes could be like a 5 to 10 mile trip, you know, for that. So I always have to remember whenever I'm up there, whenever I'm discussing anything about that up there, I can say it's 5 miles away, but it's going to take you a good 20, 30 minutes with traffic. I had knitted baby blankets that my grandmother knitted and gave to my mother. Yes, yes, Frenchie. Those things are very sentimental. I still have blankets that my aunts. I had two. I have two aunts. Well, one's passed, one's still living, which is my sister, mom, Johnna, my mom's sister. And I have those blankets that they made for the kids when they were born. So yeah, those are things that I'll never get rid of. That I'll, you know, pass down. And I even made a baby blanket whenever I first started crocheting. I was probably between 8 and 10. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how old I was. But that I made out of like pink and blue that I was like, okay, I'll use that, you know, whenever if and when I ever have babies. And I still have it. I had it for Seth. I don't know that I got it out for Sam. I don't remember. I may have. But I still have it. Yes, I'm 25 to 30 miles away from grocery stores too. Yep. But you know what? I did. I grew up in town. What do you see, Whoa? Did you see a deer? Did you see a deer? They've been crossing. Um, no, I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, I grew up in town, but I don't have any. I am glad to be living in the country. I grew up in town, like I said, but I spent way more time in the country at my grandparents' house. We just always stayed there, and we were always down there hanging out, going down for supper, dinner, whatever on the weekends. In the summertime, we'd stay down there for weeks at a time, you know, because we could. How long does it take me to make a baby blanket? It depends on what it is. If it's a corner to corner, I can get one knocked out like in no time, in a matter of like 3 to 5 hours, maybe. Maybe. But we're just talking the standard kind of 35 by 35 maybe ish, something like that, like a receiving or not receiving, but just like a newborn baby type blanket, just for like a cover up in like a crib blanket, let's say. Um, but if it's larger, then of course a little bit more time. I'm working on a granny square one right now that's like a flower, um, and I've just been kind of doing like a handful of squares at a time, and I think they're wanting it to be like a 50 something square. So it'll take me a little bit longer. It is taking me a little bit longer because I'm just kind of working in between. Luna is a pit lab mix. So she's a pretty girl. Never lived in the country before. It takes some getting used to, but I really love the snow. Yeah, I mean, especially if you were used to living in a city. I wasn't. I just lived in a rural country town that we were lucky to have. I don't even. We may have 1,000 people in that town now. I don't know. Whenever I was growing up, we didn't. But the town, the town that I live in now, you blink and you miss it. There's literally nothing in it. A post office. That's it. And they recently converted an old grocery store that they had that's still there It's like a little series of like some little tiny buildings. It was an old grocery that they converted into a bar. So but that town used to have two bars in it within the town that they considered to be the town limits of the town. Had two bars in it, but then they shut down, and now there's just the one that just opened about a year or so ago. So, but then of course, my oldest, he went from living where we're at now, the middle of nowhere, to living in the city, which they're not downtown city. They're in a suburb, and it is a little bit more laid back, but still very busy. But for them up there, it is the equivalent of being very much more slow and laid back. But he loves it. But he also misses things down here. Have some of the quiet sometimes. He likes to have some of the quiet. And up there, I'm not going to repeat what he calls it, but you can guess. And, it's just boom, boom, boom. Rat race, rat race. And yes, I do too. I love how quiet it is here too. Even though we have a major interstate that runs right in front of us, kind of, it's down, but still, you can hear the traffic, especially in the summertime when you have your windows and everything open. Um, and even now, you can still hear it a little bit, but it's still very, very quiet. And I've not ever been to California, so I didn't really know, you know, I'm not familiar with temperatures and weather and stuff but I mean California is pretty big too, so I think it kind of depends on where you're at maybe. I don't know. Excuse me. Yeah, I can tell you're feeling better. I can tell you're feeling better. You're up all over the place. No, you're not going out right now because I know why you want to go out now. No. Nope, not doing it. That toe isn't all the way healed yet, so no. No, you can go that way. You were going the right way. You're fine. There you go. Turn around. You can do it. You're good. Yeah, you knocked all the pillows off. You did that. Yeah, you did that. 90s, 100. Yeah. Which where I'm at, we get those temperatures here. It's just dry and humid, and I'm right smack in the middle. So, Oh, you're going to get you a dog? Nice. Is there a particular dog you're looking for, or are you just going to adopt and have them pick you? Because that's what we do sometimes. What we've done sometimes is just have them pick us. Yep. The only dog that we had that was not a rescue was our Bailey. She was a blue heeler. The rest of them have been rescues. Yep. Even though Lou, she was teeny, teeny, tiny. She was just a little nugget. She wasn't even old enough to be away from her mom yet. The house and landscaping ready, yeah. And the easiest way, I mean, I don't know if you've had dogs before or not, but I just know with us, the more we adopted the way of treating her like she's just one of our children has made it so easy. And with all of our dogs, you know. Oh, yes, I agree with you, Frenchie. I agree. If it wasn't for my fur babies at different times in my life, yeah, they did. I can say they saved my life. So, along with my children. Along with my children. But you know, there's a special place for fur babies too, so. Oh, yes, they are. Absolutely. She's wanting to go in with Sam, and he has his door closed, so she's whining and she's pouting. She's standing, well, now she's coming out, but she was standing in the middle of the bathroom, pouting. And you're still pouting. I'll try to turn it around as she stays where she's at. It seems like she always knows whenever I'm going to put her on camera. And oh, I got my stool out because I had to give Whitney a pedicure the other day. There she is. So you got a glimpse of her today. Yeah, I have decorations all underneath my one chair over there to get put up and down on the tree. Then I had, Whitney was having trouble with his feet, so I had to get my stool out for that. And don't know where I'm going to put my fan because we don't need that fan right now. So it's like all the things to get put in their places. And I'll be so glad to get rid of that one little 3 cubicle thing because the kids are taking that. And I need to get my shelving stained too. So I can get it put up on the wall around my fireplace. Yes, she has a fair amount of lab in her. Um, but you can tell that she has pit in her too. The way her head's kind of shaped a little bit, it's more of a petite shaping, and then her little boxy butt. I call her little boxy butt. So yeah, she has a fair amount of lab. But one of my really good coworker friends that were friends anyway, one of my best friends, um, her little pit, um, her little guy, he's they look a lot alike, and he's full blood pit. So I have often wondered about getting her tested just to see how much, but I've not ever done it. She did go and submit testing for him because she didn't know for sure just what all was in him, but he came back full 100% pit. And yes, there are a lot of pits in rescues, and they are, I mean, they're some of the best dogs, and they're the most loyal dogs, and they are very protective of their owners, but they are so kind and loving and gentle. What gives them a bad name are their parents. Sometimes, how they're trained and stuff, you know. Because, like with any animal, I mean, they're an animal, and you give them a positive environment, they're going to tend to be more positive. If you give them a negative and destructive and whatever upbringing, then that's what you're going to get too. So, and, our fur babies, they're in protection mode, they want to protect their families. I would totally get a pit again. I know my mom, whenever she found out that she was part pit, she was like, oh, because even in her little baby pictures, you can tell she has pit in her. The way her nose and everything is shaped and everything, she had the wrinkly, kind of more wrinkled face and everything. And I know she was just about to have a fit because she was just like, oh, you can't, and if you have kids, all the kids around. I was like, Mom, she'll be fine. She will be fine. And she has been. She has been totally fine, and she has been the easiest to train. I mean, really from the night we got her, and like I said, she was a little nugget. She potty trained like nothing. We did kennel train her for the first month or so, and um, for like more extended times, just kind of get her used to the house and everything, and feeding her in there, so that was her place, and doing all the things. And then gradually less and less, but she always knew she had a place. But we didn't have a larger kennel. You want to, like they say, you want it to be smaller. So for her it was, but it was big enough for her to do all of her things. And as she got older, then of course she got a bigger kennel. And but now, I mean, after she turned a year old, she kind of regressed, and so I had to kennel her for about a month again. And ever since then, she's been fine. So she has run to the house when we're gone, um, to run errands, and whenever we were working and things like that, we had a routine for her. But she can be in here by herself. She doesn't get into anything. She doesn't do anything. Um, so yeah, and she even now lets us know when she needs out, and she has. I mean, she talks, and we talk to her like she's a human. So the kindling was to help with the potty training, and also to help her. And even with Bailey, when we had her, I did very similar to her, because the rest of our dogs have been outdoor dogs, except for there was we did have two others prior, but we did the same thing with them too, as far as kindling. But yes, to help with potty training, to get on a better schedule, help them feel safe, feel more, comfortable and stuff, where they had a place to go, that they had their place. So I originally even fed them in there. So then they got used to feeding times and stuff like that. Of course, still watching them when they were little, But yeah, a good deal of it was to help with potty training, but also to let them know that they had a place they could go and that they could rest and all that kind of stuff. So, but really, now Bailey, she was a little bit harder to train because she was a blue heeler and she was all over the place. She was wound for sound, but she was the best little girl. She was an awesome dog. And but the thing is, she'd go outside and she would be all ready to go potty, but then she'd want to herd. She'd herd the leaves. She'd herd Luna. She'd herd everything under the sun. And then be like, oh. And then come in and be like, oh. She'd get that look on her face. And it's like, no, you're going back outside. Because you did not go to the bathroom while you were out there. So, and she was so smart. So smart. To slow the dogs down for their treat time and stuff, we just always trained them to ask, even though they knew it, but then after a while they knew the routine, so it wasn't so much later on as they got older, and especially with her now, she'll still ask, but she already knows what she's getting, kind of, because after they go outside and go potty and stuff, then they usually get a treat or something, like a little, something. And so I had her trained to ask, and it's just lifting her paw to ask for her treat, and using, and I'd even say, okay, use your girly manners, because they were both little girls, and I'd just be, like, use your girly manners, and even then they would know what that meant. Even Luna knows what that still means, and raise their paw to ask, because it slows them down, and they're sitting and raising their paw and just taking, and I had her trained to do that in no time too. She just knew too. I mean, we talked to her like she was a human being, and she was the funniest thing. And I have some shorts of her up online too, if you ever want to go and see her. And she wasn't very big. Yeah. So yeah, have to have your manners. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let Luna out here real quick. I think the possibility of anything else being out there right now is maybe gone. So, but you never know with the deer running through. That's for sure right now. So, because we're still very much in hunting season. That's what I don't like. I don't like her being out during hunting season because we have hunters all over the place. Say where I can see you. Yeah, they're gone. And I knew that's why you wanted out. They're gone. I'll be right back. How's the weather today? It's cold and overcast here, but I like it because the bright sun can be harsh on my eyes sometimes. It is very gloomy. I mean, it looks like it's bright, but it's not. It's very gloomy. Very gloomy. It's a little bit brighter than what it was here a couple days ago. Yesterday it was really sunny and beautiful. But today, not so much. It's overcast and cold. And we're expected to get rain and stuff, so. Are you starting to get rain, Lenora? It looks like it could start here anytime. I know it's supposed to start this afternoon. So I was hoping to get on here and get some stuff done and then get to town before it started raining, but I don't know if that will happen or not. Oh, I brought my hats over too. I forgot. I went ahead and put the little poofs on, because I had ordered them and didn't know. I had them out the other day, when I was going to get them put on my hats. And I was kind of wondering how they would be and stuff because I didn't know for sure sizing and all that kind of stuff. But actually, I mean, they turned out pretty good. I think they're going to be decent. I mean, I think they're going to be all right. And with the combinations and stuff, which I'm going to have to get a hairdryer or something. Like I said, my hairdryer went kaput. So, and that's how they said to kind of floof them up a little bit. So, and with this green one, I went ahead and did the all different colored brown on it too. And I thought this ended up being so cute with this mauve color. I think it's perfect for that too. So yeah, poofy poof. So yeah, I am pleased with how they turned out. So, oh, and then my lime green frog. I got him finished. I don't remember. I mean, his little legs are just like all over the place, but I think he's kind of cute. Just for like, little kids and stuff, which big kids too. I mean, whatever. But yeah, I thought he turned out pretty cute with the lime green. So, I think I've got 2 of each of those done, which I think that's all I'm going to do. And I still have to do my turtles. I'm going to do some turtles because I sold out of my turtles. So, I thought they turned out pretty good, Lenora. Thank you. I mean, because they're just kind of silly, goofy, fun, I like that little pattern. And Lenora, I did find, is it the chunky frog? Is that what it was with that octopus army pattern that you were talking about? Is the chunky frog where he's kind of squatted down and kind of chunky? Yes. 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 This one did too, so I think it's the same one. I haven't purchased the pattern yet, but I liked it. I thought it was cute. So it might be another good version because it was cute. Because I liked the way his little face and his little legs and everything. It was super cute. And I had never bought patterns off of Etsy until I bought that cat pattern. Super easy, super easy. And so I got it figured out on my iPad. I've got him all charging up. So I've been putting my patterns on there now because I figured out how to do that and just put it in my note tablet little thingy. So then I can just, as I'm working on anything, I can just mark it out. Now I was able to do that with the cat pattern, and I tried to do it with my um, Dino pattern, but I did something wrong and I didn't get it set up for that. But still, at least I have them on my iPad now, so if I'm ever on here and want to be working on something, then I can just have everything on there. Because whenever I was trying to do things on there before, it just wasn't allowing me to because it is an older iPad and I can't upgrade it anymore. I can't update it anymore. It's that old. So um I can still use it for this kind of stuff though, and I'll keep it a little longer to do that, and I'll probably upgrade to something more in the future, but not right now. And Seth and Andy got it for me for Christmas to be able to FaceTime and stuff with them on, and because I don't have an iPhone, and they all have iPhones, so oh, I'm gonna have to be counting my rows because I may actually be done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30. Ooh, I may have went over. Oh no, I didn't. I just need one more row. Hot dog. One more row is what it looks like. Maybe. Gonna recount that. No, I did one row too many. No. Okay. Count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, one more row. One more row and I'm done. And I can start putting it together. Weaving in my ends anyway and stuff, so. And this is all I have left of that skein. It's kind of all wrapped around in of the olive drab, and it came in the big twist value pound plus, but I think this was a skein that I had already started, that I had used something I'd made a hat out of, maybe, I think. So it didn't take the whole pound, I don't think. So whatever was used out of the hat. And then of course too, then I had, you know, my wine and my pink, pale pink squares. Well, it's not a huge blanket. It's an oversized poncho. And yes, it is going to be big. But my ponchos, I want them big. I want to be like covered in them. It is addictive. It is addictive in a good way. In a good way. So, it very much calms my brain. It helps me to slow down and process and think better sometimes. But then whenever I get like busy, then that might be a different story on some days. But um, I seriously do have ADD, so um, this is one thing that has always been that I can go to that calms me down, keeps me centered, because I used to have like extreme anxiety and panic attacks and social anxiety to the point that this is something me getting on like this I would have never done in past self. So, and it's very relaxing, Frenchie, and there's all kinds of videos and everything that are out on YouTube that, to learn your basic stitches, because really all you need is your basic stitches. So, but yeah, I'll get this row done, and then I'll be able to start putting this together. I'll probably weave in my ends first and start putting it together, attaching it, kind of measuring it out. Jigsaw puzzles? Yeah, my mom does a lot of that. Every now and then, but it's been years, but it used to be every now and then that I would get one out and do. I don't do that as much anymore, but there are some nice ones, some really nice ones. And one of our close friends, she used to do them like all the time, and then she would glue them and frame them. And that was some of her artwork that she would have up in her house, because she'd get the really, really nice ones. Very intricate and tiny pieces. And yeah, they were so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna check and see if Lou's back yet. Yep, she is. Made it back. Made it back. What did you get into? Go to the cows? Did you go over to the cows? Been only living out here for a year, I had nothing to do, so I was constantly cleaning the house. My husband said once we get a dog, I won't be able to keep up with the cleaning. Well, that's kind of true, Frenchie. It's kind of true. Depending on what kind of dog you do get. I told them there would be more to do with a dog, and I won't need to be constantly cleaning all the time. Both. Yeah. Keeping up with a dog and, yeah, cleaning up after a dog and all the things. And yes, Frenchie, it would be a nice little hobby. And you never know. It may turn into something that a little side hustle, a little side job, whatever. I don't really like to classify it as a job, but a little something fun to do. If you have any like little markets or whatever around where you're at, or in any of the little towns or whatever, or just make it a hobby to make things for you and friends and family. Whatever strikes your fancy. Yes. And that's what me and Lenora have talked about before. It's like, you get excited, especially if it's something that you've never really tried before or whatever, because, like, doing these animals and stuff is something totally new to me. And so people have started requesting them, because I was just making little ones to set out or whatever, just to dabble in it for my grandkids. Because our little gray, he lives like he's little stuffies and all that kind of stuff still, you know. And so I thought, oh, well, I could just make little things like that for them, you know, just for fun. And so now I am making a little bit more of the stuffed animals and stuff because people have requested them, asking, oh, have you ever made this or that or whatever? Because really, the chickens, to me, that was, I didn't think of that as being a stuffy or a plushie really necessarily, but I love chickens and I wanted a chicken. So I started making some. Well, I sold out of all of them, which I have now made some more to replenish that. But I thought, you know, I can try some of this other stuff whenever people have requested and things. So that's what I've done. And see, excuse me, you could go to some of those stores. I mean, because some places around here we even have, you know, that, you know, people can go in and ask about, you know, offering some of their stuff to sell, and they might take a little percentage or whatever just for you to be set up in there, you know, because I know whenever I had my boutique, that's what I did. I just very, very low percentage, you know, just so then, you know, for them to put their stuff in. I don't have Facebook. Is there another way to purchase your items? Just if you're wanting to purchase from me, you would just go to my email. I have my email listed, I think, in the description. It's just Clark Farms 9524 at Gmail. So that's the best place to go because I'm letting my Etsy go. And plus I have to jack up the prices so much because I have to add to get kind of to recoup my fees from there is crazy. So it's best just to go through my Facebook, you know, or get it, you know, for local people, especially in my markets, you know, that I go to or that I've started going to. Because I usually do try to remember to put my email in my description box. So then if people do want to get a hold of me for any of that, they can. Facebook. Like I said, I used to have Etsy. There's very few things on there right now, Frenchie. I'm letting it go. The ones that already renewed for listing, I've kept on there, but there's not very much left on there. So right now, no. My brother, I have asked him um, to help me with doing a website because he did do one for me for my boutique. I'll run and get the chickens. Um, so I may actually get with him more so on maybe getting a website up. I just don't want to have to go through another site and pay a ton of fees and then have to jack my prices up because that's not fair to me to have to do. Because I mean, I was having to add 25%, and that's a lot. That's outrageous. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I'll go grab my chickens that I have done right now. I'll be right back. The ones I'm showing you right now are the ones that I have done for right now, but I have like 2 more colors I think that I'm getting ready to do. This is the one that's already sold that I'm going to do another one of. And it has like the little feathers, little tail feathers. Then this one's kind of like in a green speckle. And then this is a fun one that I just decided to do just to see what it would look like. And it gives me like 80s, 90s vibes. But then this one. And of course you can make them in any colors, I mean. And then this one is kind of a tan, creamy kind of speckle. And then I have some little granny square ones that I made too, that are the granny squares. And he's a little squiggly, like that, and like that. These are a little bit smaller ones. So yeah. And then I found, whenever I was looking for the Rhode Island Red that I had a request for, that now they've went ahead and went with the black and white gray speckly one. There was one that I think I am going to try, though, that looked more like a rooster, like everything, the whole body. So I have him pinned. And it's actually a free pattern. Oh, I need to move my chair up. I keep moving it back. Yes, you're welcome, Frenchie. But it's a free pattern, so I don't have to buy it. So I'm wanting to use it too, or I'm wanting to try it too. So I brought my lunch over, so I'm getting another bite. Sorry, I'll be right back. Okay, so now I am going to weave in my ends, I think, on this. Because future me will love me for that. And I don't know where I put that. Oh. Come on. Okay, I must have left it out over there on the table. I have my favorite, but I must have laid it out over there on the table, so I'm not going to mess with trying to find it right now, so I'll just use my plastic one. When I was young, child, my grandmother knitted me a poodle. Knitted you a poodle, yeah. Yep, I know. They're going bye-bye. That would be cute, Frenchie. Do you still have it? Oh, it was quite detailed. Yeah. Thank you, Frenchie. I like the chickens. That's what I kind of decorate. I just kind of have the farmhouse industrial kind of feel through my kitchen and dining room a little bit. And chickens are kind of my thing. And my brother-in-law and his wife live in Italy. And so they even got me a picture that's really, it's painted really pretty and everything. I have it up on top of my refrigerator to keep it out of the way so it doesn't get broke. Is it easy to fix mistakes in blankets once you've started them? Um, it depends on what the mistake is. Sometimes you can't tell if it is, a mistake. If it's just like a skit, like a misstitch. If you miscounted and you're supposed to do three, like in a shell or a fan or something, you won't notice it really. But if it's really significant, um, and really makes a difference, like especially with these types of patterns, if you skip a stitch or miss or get whatever, it'll throw centering and everything off. So you have to rip it out. You have to frog it, rip it out. So, and go back and start over where because usually you can kind of figure out where it was but sometimes not. Sometimes not. So, but I usually just try to keep count of my stitches. With this type of stuff though, like with this poncho, it's just almost kind of a mindless project because even though I had inspiration from an image of a pattern online that I liked, I'm making it how I want it with the way that I want it to be done and stuff. So, um, yeah, I mean, so it's not as big of a deal or precise or whatever, I guess you could say. So, Italy, that would be wonderful. Now, I've never been there. I've never been there, but he was stationed there, and they have chose to live there. So, is chunky yarn more difficult to work with? Not really. I mean, I don't think it's that difficult, but again, it depends on what you're making too. Um, now, um, it depends on what you're making and how difficult the project is. And now, would it be good for somebody first starting out? No. Maybe not. Like the plush yarns and things like that, those type blanket yarns, I wouldn't recommend starting out with. just because it's a little bit harder to see your stitches and stuff and to count back and stuff until you really know what they look like. Um, but I would start with a worsted weight, which is a number 4, and I would start with a hook no bigger than like an H or an I even, but I wouldn't go any smaller than a G for first starting out. But that's my recommendation. Everybody's different. A lot of places won't go by the letter though; they'll go by a number. But you can easily find the conversion chart online. And yes, that is true, Lenora. Once you, like I said, you got to get used to it, the feel of it, know what the stitches look like, even the regular stitches with the worsted weight. And then whenever you move to a bulkier yarn, you're going to know what it looks like more. Just the regular bulky yarn, chunky, that's just a regular that way, yes, you'll be able to see the definition of the stitches and see, and whatever it is, more of a feel, and the bulkiness is going to be a little bit harder to hang on to and maneuver if you're not used to crocheting or just starting out. Um, but I would definitely start with the worsted weight first and then move your way up to like a 5 and a 6, because those are your bulkier weights. But yes, you can find conversion charts on YouTube for your hook sizes. I'm used to the letters because that's what they used to always be, was by letter. Now they're coming out with millimeter, which on your teeny tiny hooks for like your doilies and like your more of your thread type crochet and stuff, blankets, tablecloth type things that are the thin, they always had numbers, but other than that, oh yes, I prefer crocheting over knitting. I know how to knit, I just don't do it a lot. And it's not that I don't like it, it's just that I grew up crocheting. That's what I learned how to do first, and it's what I do enjoy. I have to think too much on knitting, but somebody that's knitted for as long as I've crocheted, they could say the same thing, that they have to think too much on crochet, and they just know and it flows for them, and, they know what they're doing, whereas I'm more experienced in crochet. Because knitting, you have the 2 needles that you're going between and stuff, and with this, it's just a hook, and now you can get pretty fancy with some of your hooks and stuff, I mean, for fancier stitches and stuff, they have hooks that are long. I have some to do some other lattice type stuff or whatever, but in different stitches, they're not all called that, but to do some things like that I have done in the past, it's a little more than what I want to do right now, but you can get pretty fancy with your crochet too. There is one person that I follow right now. Oh my, I love the stuff that they come up with. And I'll have to look them up, and they don't ever talk. They just crochet. Make the fanciest of things ever. I love watching them just do it, because they usually show the example of what they've made and then they'll go back and then do it. My battery is running low, my friend. As always, enjoy the chat. Oh, yes. Thank you, Frenchie, for popping in. And I'm glad that you're doing well and you have a happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend if I don't see you before that. Thank you. You too. Oh, Luna's getting prepared for the rain, I think. She's getting a little antsy. Oh, there's her binky. Oh my goodness. Three tentacles done. Yay. Oh. Moving right along. I'm getting my ends woven. I am excited to get this thing done. So then I know it's done. And don't have to worry about it and be like, as soon as the first Christmas thing occurs that I want to wear it, then being like, oh, I gotta stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning to finish my poncho. Huh? Been there, done that. I'm getting better in my older age. Or I guess I should say better in my seasons. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Yes. And I would. Or I'd wake up, in the middle of the night, or at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever. Hey, I guess I could just hop on here. You never know. You might be awake. Oh, gosh. I did do that here not very long ago. I didn't get online, but I was wide awake at 3 a.m. and like, shoot, really? I don't usually do that, but I ended up getting up around 4 that morning. That was just not very long ago. That was just the other day. Monday, maybe ish. For Whitney, because Whitney was getting ready to head out and for work and okay. Right side. Right side. Okay. Now trying to figure out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 27, 28, 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eight, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 27, 28, 30, 4. Hello. How are you? Okay. Start crocheting the shoulders together. Been working overtime a few hours in between shifts, trying to stack cash for Black Friday. Hey, you go. It'll be here fast. I've had full nights resting at 3 days. Well, that's not good. I mean, I don't think it's good because I would be in like a really bad mood. Or I'd be so tired I couldn't sleep at all. Everything is closed tomorrow though, so I will catch up on sleep then. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Aw. Well, that's true. Most things will be closed tomorrow, but a lot of things tend to be opening like later of a night. You could get an early start. Oh, I don't do the Black Friday thing anymore. My sister and her daughters and families kind of do, but I don't mind just catching stuff on Amazon. And usually at some point in time during the Thanksgiving festivities, they got the sale bills out everywhere, covering everything. We used to go to people's houses, but not so much anymore because everyone moved away. Aw. Yep, that's what they end up doing at my parents' house when we're there, is just eating, falling asleep watching football. Are you gonna watch the Macy's parade? Gotta watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. Other side. Hello, Rose. How are you? It threw me off for a minute. Trying to find me some Christmas music. Usually in my car, as soon as the Christmas music starts coming out on Sirius, I'm listening to it. But this year, I haven't done it yet, which is surprising. And it's music that's on YouTube, so I shouldn't get in trouble for anything. I don't think. Okay, I have the shoulders put together. Okay, I don't know what I did with that. Go ahead and sew these ends in. Okay.
I'm just, you know,
Right there.
yeah, I'm just gonna look at
Were you able to do anything last night then? I heard you at a couple different points.
So the internet seemed to be doing okay, but it might have been the servers last night on the game. So it's still slightly slow,
Yeah.
but it's last night it was where like I don't know. Seemed to be doing alright, but the app that I use for like all my games and stuff, like it has like its own server and it has its own slew of problems.
Right.
So basically I sat on the computer for like a good 40 minutes trying to get my app to even work.
Well, I heard you talking to people though, so I didn't know if you
Well,
went ahead and went and did a
little
live
bit,
just
yeah,
to
but
get
yeah,
on,
there was like 5 or
to
6
tell your
for like
people.
10 minutes. It was just reset, 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 reset. This connection shitty. It's like to the point to where I don't even know if I can stream a game anymore. Like I don't know if I can do it.
Hmm. Thank you, Sam, for getting your mom back in touch with us.
Yeah, I can keep myself in touch with her.
He said he can't even keep himself in touch right now. Oh gosh. So yeah, he's still having some issues with his stuff too. So, okay, I'm gonna put this on over my head real quick and see.
In about a week though, it's still doing the same crap whenever all
Oh
the
my.
internet resets. Literally everything, the data, all that crap.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to reset here in like 6 or 7 days, whatever. Which didn't really make a whole lot of sense because I didn't even went over the date cap.
You haven't went over it, right?
But I also have a workaround to not go over the data cap on
Right.
the Wi-Fi thing. Because what you can do, I know you're not supposed to, but it works. Because it's literally basically the exact same thing. You can take your SIM card out of your phone and you can plug it right into it. It works the same way because it's the same carrier, it's the same SIM card, like it's literally a phone, but without any messaging or calling. That's basically what it is. It just has a better motherboard for the Wi-Fi.
Right.
Like it just has better Wi-Fi software. That's basically all it has over a phone. And I guess probably the antenna inside of it would be better too, but still, it shouldn't be this shit. It's like even last night trying to play the game, I was without even being on stream. I didn't have anything else open. I was still fucking on it.
Language.
Trust me, YouTube is a lot less.
I don't
strict.
want it on mine.
Well, I get that.
I just
But
kicked somebody off for saying
I
something.
get that.
So.
But yeah, no. There's no reason why it should be that bad. Gave Catherine preached. Don't have anything on the interstate. Too bad. Yeah, normal interstate traffic right now. We do have a little bit. Even at 1, 2, 3, almost 4 in the morning. Still bad. There's no one on.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, I am getting closer. Now to get my sides done. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
I understand that the phone doesn't take as much internet as my computer, but I really don't feel like it should be bumping it down by like 10 megabytes a second.
Right.
Like, there's no way. Because the only time I am even close to pulling that is whenever I am on stream and playing the game at the same time with like Discord open, everything.
Right.
It's like to take that per second, that is a lot of stuff. Most times it only takes like kilobytes, which is, mind you, 1,000 kilobytes make up 1 megabyte. So that's how small kilobytes are, because megabytes are like normally the small standard in quotation. Yeah, I don't know. I was looking online last night about, because like your bandwidth, you have 2 different types of bandwidth, 2.4 and 5.0. Each of those have different channels on it. The Wi-Fi that we have goes off of channel 1. So the 2.4 I cannot run on channel 1 without it interfering with our Wi-Fi. So that's not a problem. It's not on the same channel, so there's no interference. It's actually on channel 6 right now. And the
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of like certain internet gets thrown on it. Basically, think about it this way: your internet throws waves like a radio tower.
Mm-hmm.
So it rides off of different channels, just like a radio.
Right.
So you have like different types of internet and like different compatibilized internet that runs off of different channels. And then after that, it all trickles down into, you know, a bunch of other crap that I'm not going to go into because you're not going to know nothing about it.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Do you guys know anything about any of this stuff? You're getting
to
an education
like,
on internet.
It has to deal with like overclocking and your
right.
Like, your megahertz of your device and the strength of it and all this other crap and the properties and
Right.
I went down a rabbit hole. Been going down the rabbit hole for like the past 3 or 4 days now.
Well, I just hope that you can get whatever figured out so then you can resume and get all your stuff done and
like,
do.
what's messed up now is like the admin page is working now. So it's like I'm able to log in.
You are?
I'm able to log in every single time. At least last night I was.
Yeah.
I was able to log in every time, even after like logging out,
Right.
putting in the same password that.
Right, because you were having that.
put in.
Yes, you were having that issue. I know.
So what I'm starting to maybe think is that it is a server problem on their end. Like there's got to be.
Well, and that's what I
something
said.
on
I
their
think it
end.
has everything to do with them, since you said
'Cause, like,
that they were doing
it
upgrades
hits-
and whatever.
It's like literally just barely below what I need it to. And like that just barely is still gonna make me lag, and I can't.
Right.
I can't do it because I'm hitting.
Well, I mean, I know I'm getting lag here, but
Oh no! Right now, no. Internet's amazing for your phone. There's no way it's lagging.
well, maybe
because
not.
it's on.
I felt like it was,
I-
but
I
it may
just
not
did an
be.
internet speed test on my phone. The internet is working.
Earlier I felt like it was anyway.
It might have been, but as of right now, there's no way, because it's hitting like almost an 80 on the download, which doesn't matter for streaming really that much. Like it does kind of matter, but it doesn't have to be really that good. But what you're looking for is your upload.
Yeah.
To go live and play a game at the same time, you need about around a 10 upload if you don't want to lag.
Right. Well,
At
yeah, I figured that
max.
it would have to be.
At max, I'm getting about an 8. And at the worst, I'm getting a freaking 0.9. And that's even, I can hit a 0.9 at 3 in the morning,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous. Like even the home internet is faster than that.
I know.
And that is sad. Because the home internet, I'm sorry, it is terrible.
It is. I mean, but it's
it's
good
also
enough
the
for just
location that
what
we
we're.
live in.
Yes. But it's
But
good enough for what we use it for on the daily, though.
That's
I
the
mean,
reason why that thing should be
So.
really good. The location that we're at. Because we're right next to the interstate. We're right on top of it.
Yeah. But towers and stuff, though, too, aren't the greatest. Where we're at. But yeah, as far as interstate traffic goes and whatnot, yeah, we're right on it. It's our front yard, like I said. It's our front yard. We're not as close to the interstate, though, as what we used to be at our old farmhouse. It was literally like our front yard. I like to never got my right contact out of my eye last night. I almost had you help me. I finally got it, but my left one I got out just fine. My right one, for some reason.
Same way with mine. It's just because we haven't had it in a while.
And that's what I figured, but I finally got it maneuvered down off my eyeball enough that.
Well, it's just because our fingers aren't used to the same motion and the same steadiness as what they need to be
I don't know.
to get the contacts out.
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
And I didn't even have my daggers. I didn't even have my
Where is
daggers
it?
on.
There we go.
I couldn't even blame it on my fingernails. So.
Yeah.
But I was ready to get them out by the end of the night.
Yeah, I had mine in for about a good 12 hours, and then they started bothering me, and I was laying in bed. I was like, oh crap, these need to come out of my face. Before I go to bed. Whenever he first got the
Let's
first pair
just
of
say I've
contacts.
had these discussions. Yes, I'm sure you have, Lenora. I had to go back and refresh. I had, because there was a timeout in there. We were taking a breath for a second. It was earlier a little bit. She said, yeah, that I was lagging a little bit earlier.
Yeah, earlier
Haha,
probably.
he's really getting worked up. Oh my gosh, if he doesn't sound like my son. We've been comparing stories because she has a son that does the same thing you do. So.
Well, you know,
And that's what she said. We've had these discussions.
it's extremely frustrating.
Well, it is whenever that's what you do. I mean,
Because,
I get it.
and you know, for months now, like I've been able to work around it.
I mean, you've been on every day, multiple times a day,
Well,
and
basically trying to as much as what I can, yeah. And now I can't even go live once. Not
that's
even
what
for
I
30
can't figure
minutes.
out is that I can be on here, but I know yours is gaming too, so you have more than one thing that's going.
Yeah, but just in
But
general, like even if I don't have anything running or anything like that, and just it's on and connected to the internet, in general, it processes more than a phone, so it's going to take more internet in general.
right,
So, I mean, yeah, there will be a little bit of bog, but it shouldn't be over 5 megabytes bog. Like like I can see probably like a 2 or 3 megabytes, but not anything over 5.
yeah.
Like that's a little bit too much, I think.
We're supposed to possibly get snow, but I don't know. We may be out of the range of it because um, the closest is about 20, 30 minutes away. I wasn't really going to say where because I don't know who was on here, but she says she understands your frustration. Because it is irritating whenever, this is what he does, and then, you know,
But
and
well,
he has
so
been like, I mean, going like crazy and not having any issues and
pumping it
just doing awesome with the whole thing, and then all of a sudden it's just like bottoming out, So,
out. It's like
because I mean, he started building really fast, and
well,
so that was good,
I was also
but now,
starting to build a different community on a different game. And
right?
that's what sucks. Because I switched over games, it was a little bit dead for a little bit because I switched games. And starting to build that community, had people out of that certain community that would come and see me every day whenever I played. And yeah. They still come and see me whenever I go live. It's just like I can't do anything for them. And I feel
Well,
bad, but I know I
the
shouldn't
thing
at the
is, you
same
still need
time.
to try to make a presence and go on,
Well, yeah,
and
no, I can still do it on my phone and everything. I can still go live and do all that stuff. It's not like I'm not gonna be like actively trying. They know I've been actively trying this whole entire time.
Well, and you said too, there's other people in the gaming community that are having issues with the same thing. So
Yeah, but on their standpoint, it's probably more or less just the game itself, which is understandable. There are problems with the game because it just came out not too long ago. The game's not even a month old yet, but still, it's like even whenever I tried to play a different game, the game that I originally started streaming out on.
right,
Yep. And that game takes less like process background download than what Call of Duty does, because Call of Duty's just bigger. It's like, I think Call of Duty's like 3 times the size of Apex, like for a download.
Oh, yeah.
Because like all the files and stuff that the download
And
holds.
the graphics and everything.
I
would think that would have something, but maybe
Yeah,
it
no,
doesn't.
you're right. It does. It does. So
'Cause it's
basically,
pretty
the way they
intricate.
set up their game and stuff, like to how they want their graphics to look and everything, that does have an effect on the game. Yes, that has actually a very very big impact on the game.
Because I mean, they're pretty intricate with their.
Yep. And now, here as of lately,
shoot.
they've been implementing AI into like helping them create
Well, I
maps
mean, that
and
doesn't
stuff.
surprise me. I mean, everything's AI now. It seems like.
Oh, yeah.
So that drives me
And
crazy.
I'm sure
That would drive me crazy, but you know.
I'm sure with their like with this new Call of Duty, like they have new movement. Like you can move your character around in a different way that you've never been able to move them around before. I feel like they used AI for it. Like either that, or they actually took like military guys or something like that, and they had them holding weapons and like just doing all these different dives and crap.
Could be.
Because like
they can do anything anymore.
You're moving around like a normal human being. Like you can dive to the left, you can dive to the right, backwards, in front.
Right.
You can run in any direction.
More than what we had access to when we played Pong back in the day, right?
It was just these basic 4 movements, and you couldn't.
Hello,
you couldn't
CC.
Slide or dive to the left or right. All you could do was dive in front, and that's it.
Right.
Now you can do it.
Well, and Laura said she said a lot of people she's hearing are having issues with their internet stuff. So.
Well, yeah, and especially T-Mobile right now, I can tell.
Yeah, because that's what he's dealing with is T-Mobile. So, have you heard anything about T-Mobile?
I have seen on the internet and experienced the Q line, so I know something.
Because they were doing upgrades and stuff, is what some of this stuff stemmed from. So he was dealing with that, and so now everything's all janky. Which our home internet is HughesNet. It's not this that he's dealing with. So the T-Mobile. So that's why whenever I get bumped off of the T-Mobile thing, that's why I get all grainy and pixely and all out of sorts. So, because our internet isn't made for that, and like I said, we're in the middle of nowhere, so we're just lucky to get the satellite that we do have out here.
Yep. And actually, we can have home internet. It's just that.
Yeah, but you told me that
gigs.
it's the same and costs more, and I'm like, no.
That's what I'm saying, though. We actually do have the availability for it.
I got my sides done, and this is what I got. We'll have I have a rat's nest here, too, but I'm not counting that right now. But I do still need to go around and secure the neck and the arms. So, my nose itches. I'm digging out the roaster, so give me a few. Oh, no problem. I'm gonna have to be getting up here shortly and getting my button gear. I have noodles to make. I have whatever kind of broccoli dish I'm gonna make and my noodles. And I'm gonna make coleslaw if I ever get to the store to get my cabbage.
We're going to grandma's or
We're going to
Uncle
grandma's.
John
No,
Mendes.
grandma's.
So I thought,
We always have at grandma's for Thanksgiving.
Uncle John and Anita, they do have a nice house, don't get me wrong. But it's just
There's
like,
not no room.
well,
But there's even less room at Jan's house.
there is a lot of room. It's just they have a lot of stuff. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just always feels the most heavy to get grandma's. Like even though.
Well, you're used to being at grandma's.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. More used to being over there because even whenever I was younger, being over there all the time. Being over at that grandma's than the other grandma's.
You got my seat. Nobody wants to hear me sing. Okay, I've got my sides sewn up. Okay, be right back. Huh? Kitchen is getting crazy right now. The kids are getting lunch. My son is making pumpkin knot. rules, so it'll be a bit before I can get the turkey started. Yeah. Well, we have a gigantic ham that we were going to get out and get made to take to my mom and dad's, but I told my mom yesterday, I was like, just buy a ham. I don't even know where that stinking big butt ham is right now. So she went ahead and bought a ham. So I don't have to worry about it. So anyway, I got this put together and oh my gosh, it is gigantic. But like I said, I want it to be that I can just wrap up in it. And I'm second guessing doing my sides, but yet I want it to be kind of closed in. So I don't know for sure. I'm going to keep it sewn for now, and I'm actually going to put whatever on underneath it that I would wear when I'm wearing it, because it isn't going to be this, of course, because it is going to be kind of like a jacket too. And that's one reason why I wanted it oversized too. So, because at one point in time too, I had thought about putting some kind of a sleeve on it, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to edge around the sleeve openings, and then edge around the neck opening. So, but I would definitely, I would like to make another one. 1, 2, 3. And I'd probably still do a 4 square, but I would take probably 2 rounds off. I would only make it 5 rounds, because right now I have it on 7, and still use my eye hook, because I do like it for the stitches on the eye hook on that. So I'd probably drop it down to like a 5 round. Heck, I probably have enough time that I could even downsize it and do another one and try to sell that one and have another one that's a little bit smaller for me. It'd still be oversized. I think it falls in the category of trust the process right now. Yeah, true, true. Because I did go try it on real quick and looked in the mirror and stuff, and I do like the bagginess and stuff of it. So, yeah, once I get it trimmed out around the neck, get around the sleeves, see what I think about on that. If I want to add a little bit even to come down a little bit more, I can, and it wouldn't look bad. Um, so yeah. Oh gosh, what time is it getting to be? Oh, it's only about noon. Okay. Well, you said lunch, but then in my head I was like, oh, is it 1 or 2 o'clock? But of course, I warmed up my lunch like at what time? 10, 11, and I'm still sitting here eating on it. Every now and then taking a bite. Mmm! I found some more. Hot dog. So yes, I can go ahead and start. Because I didn't think I was going to have enough to start. I was going to have to dig, because I have another one of these somewhere. Because I stocked up on them because I love this color. Even, I mean, not even for just Christmas. They've been starving since 9:30. Well, and I figure, I'll kind of eat minimally today. And not that I'm going to gorge myself tomorrow, but I definitely will be having more through the course of the day tomorrow than what I would any other day. So I'm just kind of just having like little bits today, I think, through the day. Not anything too major. And Whitney will probably get leftover. I had casserole, cheesy potato and hamburger casserole the other evening. I made chili last night. Well, we had warmed up leftover chili because I'd made it the night before, and the night before that I'd made the casserole. So there was a little bit of casserole left, so he can have some of that for dinner. We did chicken and dumplings last night. That sounds good. don't know anybody in Denver. No, I don't want to make any more work for me than what I was gonna see what it looked like to do like a ribbing. No, I don't like it. And plus it's gonna be more work than what I want to do for what I'm doing it for. I really just want it simple. Simple, simple. Oh my gosh, those contacts yesterday were in which it was wonderful. It was the best contacts that I'd ever had in my eyes in my life. But every time I would go to look at anything, I was doing this. Like trying to find my glasses. Oh, jeez. But Sam said he was doing the same thing, so. So I don't know. It's going to take getting used to that, but I just want to have the option of having contacts. And I used to wear contacts all the time. But then with being a nail tech, I found that I was getting dust and debris and everything in my eyes all the time. So that's whenever I switched to, I had my contacts, but then I'd put on readers and to kind of help me with seeing close up and stuff. I know it sounds weird, but that's what I was doing. He told me what to look for the readers so I could look, see close up even better. But then it was like, meh, I'm just gonna go back to glasses. So that's what I did for years. And then I was like, okay, I can go back to contacts. So he gave me a new kind, new to me anyway, to try out for a week. So we'll see how those work. I'm gonna try to wear them tomorrow all day. Take my stuff and in case I want to take them out. But yeah, it was so funny because I was sitting there and I would catch myself and I'd be like this. I was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Whitney didn't make a comment at all. I was all evening, no glasses on, no nothing. Him not asking me where my glasses were, nothing. And I didn't say anything. I didn't tell him anything. So he didn't even pick up on it. So And yes, he probably was, because the hours he's been keeping is crazy. Although he has been kind of um, changing his hours a little bit, not getting up quite so early. I don't think he's really recouped from harvest season and stuff too. And he was meeting himself coming and going. Shoo! Shoo! Oh, excuse me. Okay. That was weird. That was really weird. It just like spit it out. Never had that happen before. Interesting. What? I don't know what that is. Okay. That was kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, okay, who's trying to tell me something? Because it was just like all of a sudden, it was just like ping. I'm like, okay, like somebody just popped it out. Oh shoot. No, I have it in my stand and it has clamps on it, and it was in there all the way because I always make sure it's all the way in there. Totally was all the way in there, and it was just like somebody just like spit it out. It was weird. I've never done that before. See, it was that person that was on here earlier talking about the stuff that they were talking about. No, I didn't even move. Didn't even nothing. Didn't knock at nothing. It spit out of the holder and the thing was still upright. Yeah, the holder was still upright and the phone just came spitting out of it. Well, hello, Chosen. You have arrived indeed. We've already been on for 3 hours. And usually about 3 hours is about the time I'm getting off of here, so because I probably will be getting off here before too long because I still have to go to town and okay, now I am going in and I am touching my phone this time to bring it down a little bit. Oh shoot. Okay. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I don't know. We're having funky stuff happen. Arrived late. You know, it's alright. Better late than never? I mean, I guess. All ready for Thanksgiving? You have big celebration plans for Thanksgiving? I'm not really in a place I can be too festive these days, but I hope you enjoy yours. Okay. We will will be with family, so goodness, Lou. It's went away. Oh, I'm dreading going to Aldi's. I'm dreading it. You just wanted to scare me. You're probably going to be on here till Christmas. Not today. Not today. But today, I mean, right now has been the first time that I've been on here in probably almost 2 days because we had such difficulties. So, um, there's still difficulties, but not for me. But, so yeah. So, we're lucky to be on here. Man, think of how much we would get done. Oh my. Oh yeah, if I just sat here until Christmas, literally, I wouldn't be able to move. But, I could get a lot done. If I had like a little errand person or something, or like something, they could just fetch my stuff for me even sometimes, which I do on occasion. I can talk people into it. But honestly, I would drive myself crazy. I would need to get up so that, right there, right there. Get up and stretch my legs and move. Because honestly, with the way my setup is, it's just chaos, but it's organized chaos in my brain. On occasion, I do. Like I said, I can talk people into it sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. Sam, every now and then. He is my one. He is my one. That he's a little more that way. A little bit more this stuff for his mama. So occasionally, I guess he could be classified as my butler. And two, it could be the fact that I'm helping pay for his $1 million teeth, helping with that. So, got to better me up, stay on my good side. And yeah, he was supposed to have his oral surgeon. I think I did say that already, maybe. He was supposed to have his oral, but with the, I understand they maybe, had something come up for holiday or whatever. But it was like, why take appointments during the holiday week anyway? But whatever. I get it. I get it. It's just annoying because it's his wisdom teeth that need to come out so bad. That's what's really giving him more issue than anything right now. But of course, at the other place, they're wanting to get all this other stuff done before he gets the root canal done. And I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to be in debt to our eyeballs before we even get to the root canal. Not the root canal, wisdom teeth taken out. He's already had a double root canal the other day. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, because that for that double root canal that he just had done, it was almost $7,000. Why? I about wanted to throw up. Okay. So I went ahead and did 2 rounds around the sleeve openings. Went ahead and kept it seamed. I have not done the neck yet. I don't know for sure if I want to now. But I almost feel like I need to kind of reinforce the corners. So I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna think about it. So, but I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna like it. It's gonna be nice and cozy. Wearing kind of like a long sleeve tee type something under it and my leggings and my boots. It's gonna be cute. Right, it's stupid the prices they charge, but you're stuck if you want to get it done. And you're right, Lenora. They do it because they can. They set their prices. I mean, you know, whatever. I know a guy. Oh my! I might cost you a leg, but you'd still get to open the door to the bank with both your hands. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Black market dentistry. Is that what you're talking? Oh my. Yeah, now I'm all crooked and all whatever. Oh geez. Oh gosh. Oh chosen. Oh my. Yeah. But he buys you donuts if you get 2 surgeries. Oh shoot. Oh, okay, there we go. Such a deal. Such a deal. It's so hard to pass that up. Yeah, I don't even know what it's going to cost him for his wisdom teeth. Whenever I had mine done, which was back, oh my gosh, the kids were little then. And it doesn't seem like it was even hardly $1,000, maybe. But I had good insurance at that time too, so that's what paid for it was the insurance. But So I can't even imagine what this bill's going to be. Because at least at this other dentist that we're going to for all this other stuff, we're on a payment plan. Thank God. And, but for the oral surgeon, we'll have to pay all that when we go. I have something on my face. Uh, excuse me. So yeah, we'll have to pay it all out, right? So who knows how much that's going to be. Oh, yeah. It's because they told us how much it would be without the wisdom teeth just outright for everything that he has to get done in his mouth. And this child, oh my gosh, it's just, yeah, it's crazy. And he does have insurance, but it's capped now for what he's already had done. So it only allots for so much a year. And he basically wiped that out in his like first 1 to 2 visits. So so now it'll resume the beginning of the year, but he's changing jobs. So whenever that happens, I don't know what the insurance is going to be. So so he'll have a lapse in coverage in there for who knows how long. Pause that. Okay, well, it's 20:01 my time, so I probably better get off of here for right now because I still have noodles to make and I still have coleslaw to make. Oh, hello, Kathy. I was just getting ready to get off. Coleslaw to make and some cheesy, gluten free, cheesy biscuits and some kind of broccoli casserole thing. How much of that I'll get done, we'll see. It shouldn't be too hard, honestly, but it's just getting everything done. So, and I still have to go to town to get a couple of things that I should have got yesterday, but wasn't able to. So, I just saw that you went live 3 hours ago. Yes, it's been 3.5 actually now. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to be getting off here for a little while anyway. I don't know if I'll be back on later tonight or not. So it just depends on how Sam. We get stuff started too. Just depends on what Sam, what Sam gets figured out if he can even get on or not. So, bon voyage, Madame So. That's pretty. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Chosen. Darn it. So yeah, I may be on later this evening. I don't know. Keep those notification bells on, like everybody says. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all the things. Like, share with your friends. So yeah, there's a possibility I'll be on. It just depends. So now you know how I felt the other day. Oh, yay! The frog ear warmers. Oh, so cute. I imagine that it is adorable. I'm sure it's adorable, Kathy. And he's going to love that. Going to absolutely love that. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. And do you have a channel, Kathy? Or do you have a Facebook or anything like that you'd put it up on or anything? I didn't know. And there is an option, like whenever I first get online, that I can invite people in or whatever, but I'll just have to see about, because really it would be kind of neat to do that with a small group of people sometime. I know there's a way to do it, and I know Katrina, a girl that's on here sometimes, has told me that there's different ways to do it, and that would be something fun to do sometime. I just don't know that I have the capability right now, but I do know to go live on here on my phone, there is an option where you can invite some people. So I'll just have to see one day. I will put it on Facebook. And you're just under your name, right? And I can look you up. Okay, I'll see you later, Lenora. Okay, yeah, and I'll just look you up and I'll get to check it out then, and I can send you a little message. So, okay, well, everybody have a good rest of your afternoon, and thanks for hanging out with me today. I got a lot done. I got my poncho done, so yes, I will, Kathy. Yeah, I will. So, okay, well, you guys have a great rest of your day. Maybe see you later this evening. If not, it'll probably be Friday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving if I don't get to see you at some point that day, because we're all going to be with family and stuff. So, but anyway, enjoy, and we'll talk to you later. Love ya. Take care. Bye.